We want to look at how we can design something simple like this in Inkscape 1.0 or in Inkscape in general, that is working with text and wrapping the text with something. So let's look at it. Let's write the word chips. I will change my font size to maybe 72 because I want it big. Let's see here. Yes. And first of all, you write something like chip. Let's move this away so we have space. So we write chips here. And the next thing, the important thing you have to do is to select your text and always go to path. You go to, is it selected? Okay, yes. Then you go to path, object to path. Because whatever you'll be doing, you would have to be doing it on a path. And then after that, we go to always, when you want to manipulate text, it's better to go to object on group. You can also, after that, if you go to on group, after you can go to path and then you go to combine or union if you want it as a whole, like a continuous path. I leave it as it is now. Now we have the fill. Let's try, the fill has no color or it's black. Now let's change the fill. Sorry, so we go to fill and maybe we choose in a color. Let's see, what color would we choose? Yeah, green is okay. And then we go to the stroke. Let's also choose a color for the stroke. Which color should we choose? Maybe we choose, the stroke is very light, so to increase the stroke, or the stroke is the boundary, we go to stroke style and then maybe we increase the size of the stroke a bit too. Let's try one and see what will happen. Yeah, okay, this is what we had. Yeah, if you think it's okay, you can manipulate it. I mean, you can change the stroke in whichever way you want. If you think it's not okay, first of all, I want to our text. I go on and then just group them because it's giving me problems. I go back and shift it to the right place and then I just group them. That's why I said it, maybe it's better sometimes to group them. I go to path and I do combine so that it's not bothering when you are moving up and down here and there. And here you can also change the joints if you want it rounded. If you see this one here, this is more of this is what I used for mine, but you can, if you don't want it, you can go through this and change it. If you see when I click it, maybe we change the stroke color to something which is bright so that you can see it better. What I think that's what, let's go to this the stroke paint and change it to something brighter. Go here a bit. I think this is visible, to make it just visible for you. Now we have, yes, now we go to stroke style again. You see, if you change this can change, it changes the joints here. If I go to this, it changes it a bit. So with this, I chose the one you saw. I chose this. You can play around with these and choose whichever you want. We leave it as it is here. Now the next step is to draw a rectangle. So let's draw our rectangle here. Now the rectangle has the same color as this because that's the color that I used before. We can leave it as it is, and then we have to select it and change it also, because whatever we are going to do, we are doing it it affects only paths. So we change the rectangle to a path. We go to object to path. The rectangle is changed. Now I move this rectangle up to cover my chips, and then I draw something oval like this. One thing is, I don't know whether this oval will fit in. The trick, one thing you can do is you just press your rectangle, you select the rectangle, and then you go to edit, and then you go to copy. If you copy it into the clip box, and then now I want to put the size, the width of this oval to be the same as this, so that I can move it here. I now come to the oval shape, and then I go to edit, and then you go to paste size, and then at paste size I go to paste width, so that I can put it here more or less. Very good. So when you put it on it, now we want to cut it more or less. So let's select both. We select the oval and the rectangle. If you go to shift and then you click, we've selected the two, and then we go to path, and then we go to difference. You see, now we have the difference, and you can move this a bit here, and then we have our chips high. Oh, look, did you see? I did not actually see that I wrote chip instead of chips. Anyway, you get the idea. And now we have this here. Let's see. You select this and move it around a bit for it to suit what you want. And then you can, now if you are satisfied with what you've done, you go on and select both, and then you make them as a union. Let's see. Oops, sorry. The chips must go in like this. So I select, you go to shift, and then you select both. Now you go to path, and then you go to union, and that's it. You've created more or less what I had also created up here, just that they are different colors. And of course here I forgot the word S. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to help me. Bye.